Now, before I jump in and start talking about how to rank for a search term like accountant in Baltimore, Maryland, I do just want to say here at MarketKeep, we offer a free SEO evaluation report. So if you're looking to learn a little bit more about how you can rank in your city for an accountant, just share your website with us and we'll actually walk you through the steps that you need to do to get into the Google 3-pack as well as the first page of search results utilizing local on-page and off-page SEO strategies. But with that being said, let's jump right in. So for the purpose So for the purpose of this presentation, I'm going to focus on the search term accountant in Baltimore, Maryland, and there's two places that organically you can appear on the first page of search. The one that I'm highlighting right here is called the Google 3-pack, and that's controlled by elements of what we call local SEO and primarily a company's Google business profile. And then there's the first 8 slots of a Google search result, and that's controlled by elements of on-page SEO and off-page SEO. I'm first going to cover on-page SEO since I think that's what most small business owners associate search engine optimization with. So to figure out how your website is performing or to figure out how a competitor site is performing, sometimes all you actually have to do is click on the company's website. In this case, I'm going to take a look at Alex Blum. I am then going to copy his website's domain, go back to Google and type in site : and then enter his website address. And the great thing about this is it's now giving me a snapshot of all the pages that Google and other search engines are including in their rankings, as well as kind of like some of the SEO keywords he might be utilizing. So for me, I'm taking a look at what is in his meta tag title, what's in his meta description, and trying to figure out like how he's utilizing those as SEO keyword opportunities. So as you can see here, he is trying to aim for tax accounting and preparation services for, in Baltimore, essentially, right? And I think that's the key to search engine optimization. If we go back to the first page of search, all of the websites that are ranking on the first page of search, they talk about being an accountant in Baltimore, Maryland. Oftentimes, the reason why websites aren't ranking is because they're using what we call broad keywords. So it might just be like the term accountant or CPA firm or bookkeeping, but they're not specifying where they do it or who they do those services for. And that presents the opportunity there. The more you can utilize what we call long tail keywords, which are keywords that describe your service, where you do perform that service, and who you perform that service for, the easier it is to get to the first page of search. Now, the golden rule to search engine optimization is you do get one keyword per page. So what I like about Alex Blum and what he's done is he's made sure that he has a page for not only his main services, but all of the services that he has to offer. And I think that's a big thing when it comes to being able to rank effectively on the first page of search. The same thing could be said for a business like Fresh Start Tax and Accountant, where if we did the same situation with the site : indexing, we would be able to see all of the different search terms that this organization has that they're utilizing to get to the first page of search. So again, like things like business advisory services in Baltimore, Maryland, right? Services for QuickBooks. These are all great SEO keyword opportunities for them. Now, the second way you can get to the first page of search results is by focusing on what we call your Google Business Profile, which really stands for local SEO. To figure out how your Google Business Profile is performing, all you need to do is type in your business's telephone number, and typically speaking, on the right-hand side should be your knowledge graph or your Google Business Profile. There are 5 things you really need to prioritize when it comes to managing your Google Business Profile. The first one is to generate reviews. We all know this. The more reviews, the easier it is to rank. But in the absence of being able to generate 4 and 5-star reviews, here are 4 things you really need to prioritize. Number 1, upload photos. It sounds silly, but if you treat your Google Business Profile like a Facebook or an Instagram, in the sense that the more photos you upload to the business profile, the better it's going to perform, that is actually a very key indicator of a well-performing Google Business Profile. Now, what you need to recognize is before you upload a photo to your Google Business Profile, you actually need to adjust the file name. So every time you upload a photo, right, there's always a file name associated with that. Instead of it just being whatever is assigned in your phone or on your computer, just rename it to something like Baltimore Accounting Firm or an accountant in Baltimore, a CPA firm in Baltimore. And you realize that the more photos you upload that have unique SEO descriptions, the easier it is for Google to understand what you do. And also it gives them a sign that there's engagement with your profile as well. Now, the second thing, which we actually don't see on Alex's website right here, is something called Google Business Profile Posts, which is why we're going to kind of show you ours. A Google Business Profile post is something that allows you to provide an update about your business or an offer for your business. So there's a lot of different things that you can utilize within Google Business Posts, but they are a great opportunity for an SEO-friendly keyword. So what I mean by that is, like, if you wanted to provide an update about the business, whether it's about like, hey, schedule a free, meeting with one of our accountants, or, maybe here are 5 things every small business owner needs to know about like their accounting situation. You can write that description, and then you can also include that here, right? And that is, again, a sign that you're working on your Google Business Profile. The third thing that we prioritize small business owners with is something called questions and answers. A question and an answer is a great opportunity to expand your search visibility within the 3-pack, especially if you don't have reviews. So if you think about it, the questions that typically come up in contact forms and phone calls, maybe they're just like in the initial appointment with new clients, those are all great opportunities to include a question on your business profile and immediately respond with an answer to them, because other people are doing that as well. The last thing we want businesses to take advantage of when it comes to the Google Business Profile is editing their products and services. The more products and services you have listed on your Google Business Profile that are optimized, the easier it is for Google to understand what you do and how to rank you within their 3-pack algorithm. Again, this is a great opportunity to have some SEO-friendly keywords, so just make sure that when you're listing your products and services that you clearly define where you do this and who you do this for. And I think it will go a long way in helping you to rank more effectively. But if you can control Google reviews, if you can control updating posts, adding questions and answers, editing your products and services, I think you're going to see that you're going to have a well-performing Google Business Profile. The last thing that I think really separates websites from the ones that rank at the top of the first page of search, even from the ones at the bottom of the first page of search, as well as the ones that are on page 2, 3, and 4, is something called off-page SEO. Now, off-page SEO is typically referred to as backlinking. And when people hear the term backlinking, they immediately think, well, the more backlinks I have, the better my site's going to perform. That's not what we're saying. It's really about quality versus quantity. When you're looking at a search term like an accountant in Baltimore, you have to recognize that there is a little bit of keyword difficulty level, and you need a minimum of 43 other websites to link back to you to be ranking in the top 10 of search. Now, the great thing about off-page SEO is that it does leave a paper trail. So you can actually take a look at something like Alex Blum's website and understand where he's getting his backlinks from. And typically speaking, they fall into 3 separate categories. Something called local citations, which are places that they can list their business's name, address, telephone number, and website, are great opportunities. That's why you see things like from the BBB, expertise.com, so on and so forth. Then you have like what we would call industry style backlinks. So if there's like a backlink from a website that is for accountants or recommends accountants, like accountinghelper.org, that is a fantastic type of backlink for them. And then you kind of have like your SEO-friendly backlinks like Baltimore Spotlights, Baltimore Shop Local, DMV Spotlights. These are really just, I think, maybe not the ones you would go after right away, but over time you can kind of start to incorporate those into your off-page SEO strategy, and it helps you rank more effectively. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you have any further questions regarding how to rank an accounting website, please feel free to fill out our SEO evaluation request. But I wish you the best luck with your business. Thanks a lot and take care.